D&D Celebration 2020 is in the books, and we got a special sneak peek into Tasha's Cauldron and everything at some new subclasses. We're talking Genie Patron Warlock, only on Polyhedra Paradise. Library? Welcome to Polyhedra Paradise. I'm your host, Jason. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button, and the other button. You know the whole YouTube game by now. Let's just get right into it. Now, as you may be able to tell, we were pretty busy this weekend with D&D Celebration 2020, but one of the most interesting things that we found was that we got some preview material from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. In that preview material, they gave us a look at two new subclasses. Now, one of them, I like the term the Warlock, and I did a video on that. If you're interested in taking a look at it, just go ahead and click somewhere up here. I'll put a link to it. But the other one that we got to see was a Warlock Genie Patron. Now, during the stream, I went over it live on air, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clip out the segment where I go in depth on exactly what this new subclass is. So, if you don't mind, stick around, and we're going to take a pretty deep dive into it. So we're going to take a look at the Barbarian. That was a Barbarian. Okay, we're going to take a look at Warlock. Genie Patron Warlock. How's everybody doing? Everybody feeling good? Everybody staying hydrated? Everybody still with me? Everybody get it? Who's going to get it? Once again, I'd like to remind you that this weekend's Polyhedra Paradise stream is brought to you by Pop-Tarts. The stream is not affiliated in any official way with Pop-Tarts. Okay. Warlock, Das Genie. You have made a pact with one of the rarest kinds of genie. A noble genie. A Genie Roddenberry. Such entries... Oops. Cap's getting educated. Straight fired. Go ahead. Live your truth, Cap. Live your truth. You've made a pact with one of the rarest kinds of genie, a noble genie. Such entities rule vast fiefs on the elemental plane and have great influence over lesser genies and elemental creatures. Noble genies are varied in their motivations, but mostly are arrogant and wield power that rivals that of lesser deities. They delight in turning the table on mortals who often bind genies into servitude and readily enter into pacts that expand their reach. You choose your patron's kind or determine it randomly using the genie kind table. So you're always welcome to choose off this table. But if you want to let the fates decide, on a D4 roll, you've got kind. Number one, you've got kind, Tao, and Earth. On a 2, you got Jijin and their air elemental. On a 3, you have Efriti, and that's a fire elemental. And 4, you have Madrid, that's a water elemental. Marid. I said Madrid. M-A-R-I-D. M-A-R-A-I-D. Yeah. So, the Genie's Vessel, a first level feature. I remember seeing this. Okay, so, Genie's Vessel, first level feature. Your patron gives you a magical vessel that grants you a measure of the Genie's power. This vessel is a tiny object, and you can use it as a spell casting focus for your Warlock spells. You decide what the object is, or you can determine what it is randomly by rolling on that Genie Vessel's table. Lisa, this looks interesting. Yes, this does look interesting. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Warlocks, though. It's just me personally. I like my magic users classic. But, again, that's just me. But as far as Warlocks go, this looks to be one of the more interesting Warlocks, like the Great Old One. That's an interesting one. Only because of its ties to Lovecraft. But, this one does look interesting. So we're going to take a look here. Genie's Vessel. On a D6 roll, 1 is an oil lamp. Classic. Number 2 is an urn. Creepy. 3, a ring with a compartment. 4 is a stoppered bottle. 5 is a hollow statuette. And 6, an ornate lantern. Okay. And we have an expanded spell list. Oops, sorry guys. Let me just... My phone is gonna die. But then again, I've been running the stream from my phone, but that's... You guys don't need to know that. Anyway, expanded spell list. First level genie feature. The genie list lets you choose from an expanded list of spells when you learn a warlock spell. The genie expanded spells table shows the genie spells that are added to the warlock spell list for you, along with the special spells associated in the table with your patron's kind. Dao, Djinn, Ifriti, or Merid. Captain Pennsylvania coined a new word. How do you feel about Barbarolocks? Barbarolocks. I like that. Barbarolocks. No. I'm kidding. I like it. That's the name's great. So let's take a look at the spell list here. First level spell, genie spell, gets detect good and evil. It's the Dao spells, Sanctuary, Djinn spell, Thunderwave, Ifriti spell, Burning Hands, Merit spell, Fog Cloud. So each one of those specific elementals, of course, Sanctuary, Thunderwave, Burning Hands, Fog Cloud, they each have something that is sort of associated to that type of elemental, like the Earth elemental, Sanctuary, Air, of course, Thunderwave, Fire, Burning Hands, Water, Fog Cloud. You guys see how that works, right? There's the correlation between them. So yeah, it's nice that they're like flavoring it to the specific genie kind, rather than just throwing a bunch of stuff at you. And we've got second level genie spells, Phantasmal Force, Dao, Spike Growth, Gust of Wind for Djinn, Scorching Ray for Ifriti, and Blur for Merit spells. For third level on, I'm just going to give you guys the spells in the list. You can sort of piece it together for yourself what they're referencing. So, third level spells: Create Food and Water, Meld into Stone, Wind Wall, Fireball, and Sleet Storm. Fourth, Phantasmal Killer, Stone Shape, Greater Invisibility, Fire Shield, and Control Warmer. Now, it says on here Control Warmer. Warmer. I just wonder if that's supposed to be Control Water, because I've never heard of a spell Control Warmer. Fifth level, Creation, Wall of Stone, Seeming, Flame Strike, and Cone of Cold. Then we jump all the way up to ninth level, where we get our Wish spell, and is Wish across the board. What would a genie warlock be without a Wish spell, right? Wonder if you're able to grant that to somebody. Grant your wish to somebody. All right, moving on. When you are touching the vessel, you can use it in the following ways. Bottled Respite. As an action, you can magically vanish and re-enter your vessel, which remains in the space you left. The interior of the vessel is an extra-dimensional space in the shape of a 20-foot radius cylinder, 20 feet high, and resembles your vessel. The interior is comfortably appointed with cushions and low tables, and is comfortable temperature. Sorry. While inside, you can hear the area around the vessel as if you were in its space. You can remain inside the vessel for up to a number of hours equal to twice your proficiency bonus. So, if your proficiency bonus is 4, you can stay in for 8 hours. Proficiency bonus is 2. Earlier levels, you're only staying in there for 4. You guys can do the math. You exit the vessel early. You exit the vessel early if you use a bonus action to leave, if you die, or if the vessel is destroyed. When you exit the vessel, you appear in the unoccupied space closest to it. Any objects left in the vessel remain there until carried out. If the vessel is destroyed, every object stored there harmlessly appears in the unoccupied space closest to the vessel's former space. Once you enter the vessel, you can't enter again until you finish a long rest. Yeah, Lisa, I agree with you. I'm guessing that's a typo too. This is the part I really liked. It's like an improved rope trick. Let's see. Once you enter the vessel again, you can't. Okay, so Genie's Wrath. Once during each one of your turns, when you hit an attack roll, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to your proficiency bonus. The type of damage is determined by your patron: bludgeoning, Dow, thunder, Djinn, fire, Afridi, or cold, Merid. The vessel's AC equals your spell save DC. Its hit points equal to your warlock level plus your proficiency bonus, and it's immune to poison and psychic damage. Of course. So I was trying to read the vessel. Huh. If the vessel is destroyed or if you lose it, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to receive a replacement from your patron. The ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest, and the previous vessel is destroyed if it still exists. Okay. The vessel vanishes in a flare of elemental power when you die. You must sacrifice a small goat, a medium-sized chicken, and a side of collard greens. Love collard greens. I just fed them to the guinea pig, and then they got bloated. But anyway, it doesn't say anything about the collard greens. But Elemental Gift. It's a 6th level genie feature. You begin to take on characteristics of your patron's kind. You now have resistance to the damage type determined by your patron's kind. Bludgeoning. That's huge. That's big. You have resistance to bludgeoning damage if it's Dow. Thunder damage if it's Djinn. Fire damage if it's Afridi. Or cold if it's Merid. I mean, that would be pretty big if you're playing in Icewind Dale and you pick a Merid, yeah, and have immunity to cold. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. In addition, as a bonus action, you can give yourself a flying speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes, during which you can hover. You can use this as a bonus action number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. And you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So, wow. So, yeah, you end up getting the Gift of Flight for 10 minutes. In addition, as a bonus action, you can give yourself a flying speed. You can use this bonus a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. So, your proficiency bonus is a 4. You can do it 4 times in a day in between a long rest as a bonus action. So basically, you just end up flying around. Man, they're really making, like, some of these... now, granted, it's 6th level. But some of these new subclasses that are coming out seem to be very powerful. They don't seem to be docked back at all. I mean, you're talking flying speed, and then possibly, you know, bottle to hide in. Pretty powerful. Sanctuary Vessel. 10th level genie feature. Excuse me. Sorry. When you enter your genie's vessel via the bottle respite feature, you can now choose up to 5 willing creatures that you can see within 30 feet of you, and the chosen creatures are drawn into the vessel with you. You, and you, get in my bottle! As a bonus action, you can eject any number of the creatures from the vessel, and everyone is ejected if you leave or the vessel is destroyed. In addition, anyone, including you, who remains within the vessel for at least 10 minutes gains the benefit of finishing a short rest. Holy shit. If you want to just jump in a bottle for 10 minutes and regain a short rest after a battle, you can do so. You regain all the bonuses of a short rest. Just like it's like a recharge vacation. In addition, anyone, including you, who remains within the... I've read that. Anyone can add your proficiency bonus to the number of hit points they regain if they spend any hit dice as a part of a short rest there. Okay, so you roll your hit die to regain some hit points, and you get to add your proficiency bonus to that, and that is a number. So you hit die 1d10, you roll an 8, but your proficiency bonus is 4, you get 12 hit points back as part of your short rest. That's pretty cool. I know I keep saying that's pretty cool, but that is pretty cool. Okay, 14th level Warlock Genie feature. You entreat your patron to grant you a small wish. This is called Limited Wish. As an action, you can speak your desire for your genie to your genie's vessel. requesting the effect of one spell that is 6th level or lower and has a casting time of 1 action. The spell can be from any class spell list. You don't have to meet the requirements of that spell, including costly components. The spell simply takes effect as part of this action. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish 1d4 long rests. So basically, you pick 6th level spell or lower, casting time 1 action, doesn't matter where it's from, and they just make it happen for you. But you can only do it once per 1d4 long rests. Anybody who may not know what that means, you guys probably should, but 1d4 long rest means you have to roll a d4. If the number's 2, you have to finish 2 long rests before you can use this feature again. If the number were 3 long rests, etc. Long rest is anything 8 hours or longer, unless you're an elf, or another Fey type creature who can get by on meditating for 4 hours to get the benefit of a long rest. But I think if anybody here who is those things probably already knows that. That was it. Let me know what you think about the Warlock with the Genie Patron in the comment section down below. What other subclasses do you think we're going to get in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything? And did you check out the Barbarlock? What do you think about him? I like the direction they're going at with Tasha's. I personally can't wait to see the book. So that's all I have for you today. And as I like to say, in the game of life, may you always roll with advantage. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.